What's up, guys? Cello here, our family here, and as of today's recording, today is Sunday, 5/11. So happy Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, trading mothers, all the mothers. In today's part 2 of 5 of the only confluences you need as a beginner trader, we will go over something very key, which is called supply and demand. We will go over 4 points to clear this section, and those 4 points will be: number 1, buy before the sell; number 2, sell before the buy; number 3, imbalance candle; and number 4, the 50% body candle indicator, which is optional. There will be 2 examples that I show you guys from USD JPY, which is what we call UJ, on March 4th around 7 p.m. And the last example will be from Euro USD, which is what we call EU around 11:45. Before we get started, I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the link down below for the Discord, the free Discord. Okay guys, so as stated in the intro, today we will go over number 1, the buy before the sell. So as you can see here, we have a bullish trend, and you guys should know what bullish trend means because we talked about market structure in video 1. So we have a bullish trend, and then we have a huge sell down. So we have a low, and then we have a higher high, then we have a higher low, then we have a higher high, and then an immediate crash down to the bottom side. So this is what you consider the buy before the sell. So guys, this is very, very simple with supply and demand. This is what you would consider a demand zone. Demand is at up top, supply is at the bottom. So we have a buy up and then a strong sell down. So guys, all you have to do is mark up this zone right here. This becomes a zone now. So when market structure does its thing, when price does its thing, it sells down. Price has to come back up to this zone to make sure that the move is valid. It's literally just this simple, guys. The buy before the sell. So we're trending bullish, we buy up, and then we immediately sell down. You can expect price to come right back into this area, to tap right back into this area to see if it's valid. If this zone doesn't hold strong, then that means it just did a liquidity sweep. We will talk about liquidity in week 4's video. So that is the buy before the sell, guys. A bullish trend. We have a buy up and then a strong sell down. So what we can expect is for price to come back to retest this area. Okay, so for number 2, we're going to talk about the sell before the buy. Let's delete this zone real quick so we don't confuse anybody. So as you can see here, we have a bearish trend. Price is trending down. Price is making lower lows and lower highs. So price makes a low, then price makes a high, then price makes a lower low. Then price exceeds to go to the top side in an extreme fashion and in a volatile way. So all you have to do, guys, is take the sell before the buy, which is now considered a supply zone. Remember, demand at the top, supply at the bottom. And what you can see, what we should wait on now is price to come back down to tap into the zone, and we would look for entries. So entries would basically look something like in this fashion, and to target whatever demand zone you have up top. Okay, so the stop loss would go right behind here because, as we talked about in video 1, this is a swing low. The same thing, guys. This is a swing low, but this is now called demand zone. And I am a supply and demand zone trader. So this is where I get most of my entries from. Let me give you guys a real example on me taking a trade and show you how supply and demand works. Okay, there will be 2 examples that I show you guys today. One from USD JPY, which is who we call UJ, on March 4th around 7 p.m. And the last example will be from Euro USD, which is who we call EU, around 11:45 p.m. Now before we do that, I need to go over number 3, imbalance candle, like stated in the intro. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is come to indicators, click the indicator screen, and then type in 50% body candle. I'll do it with you guys. Body candle. And this is going to be created by Imbalance. And like I said, guys, this is optional. You can favorite it if you want. I have mine favorited, and then I turn it off or I turn it on when needed. So what a 50% body candle basically is a body candle that's indecisive. So a body candle that basically price has an open, then price has a close that leaves 2 wicks, but price hangs in the middle. What you can expect after price makes an imbalance candle is a huge move, either to the top side or the upside. To the top side or the downside. Now, as you can see here, this is a 50% body candle. I can see it before I even turn on the indicator. And what happens right after this 50% body candle is a huge move. So as you can see, this indicator, I just opened it with the eye symbol. As you can see, this 50% body candle creates a buy up and then a huge strong move to the downside. Now, what I want to show you guys is it's almost like a demand zone. Demands at the top and supplies at the bottom. So if we mark up this 50% body candle in this 50% body candle, as you can see, price sells down and then price comes back up to retrace that break of character to the downside, which is called a demand zone. So that's how you can use 50% body candle indicator as just another confluence to see if you're new to supply and demand. Is this a real supply zone? Is this a real demand zone? So that is 50% body candle, and that is what that does. Okay guys, so the first example that we're going to use today is USD JPY UJ on March 4th around 7 p.m. and I will post the profits above just to show you guys these are real trades that we take in the Discord. So let's take a look. UJ has a low, UJ buys up, UJ makes a high, UJ makes a higher low, then UJ makes a higher high. Then UJ sells down but does not break the swing low, so we are still bullish. Then UJ buys up and then remains bullish. Then UJ comes down right onto the swing low, which is this candle right here. Like I said before, stated in video 1, you would know what the swing low is. Please check that out, guys. The market structure is very important. So we have a sell down and then a huge push up to the top side. And then we have a sell down right on the swing low, which is being protected. Now remember guys, UJ is bullish in this time frame. UJ is very bullish. So then UJ proceeds to buy up and then sell down and break the initial structure into bearish. And like we stated before, number 1 is buy before the sell. So guys, this is very easy. I can already see now that we have a valid demand zone. So let's mark that valid demand zone up. Okay, so we mark that up. So we have the buy up before the sell, and you want to take the whole candle, guys. Now, if you're not sure that this is the demand zone, like I said, the 50% body candle indicator will show you perfectly that this is a demand zone. You want to take the whole buy up, guys. So buy up and then a sell down. Now, let's just see what price action does. So price changes characters to the downside, and let's just play this. So price is pushing up, price sells down again. Price makes another change of character to the downside. So we're just waiting, guys. We're waiting to see if that demand zone needs to be retapped to see if price is really bearish. So we get a sell, we get a strong buy up, guys. And as you can see, we get the perfect tap in, which is a wick tap. Now price fights here a little bit just to make sure to validate that this demand zone is valid. Let's speed this up just a little bit, guys.
Order filled.
Guys, a perfect TP. So it's that easy, guys. Demand is at the top. We can see that UJ was bullish. Then UJ breaks character to the downside. We need that buy up before the sell that broke character. And as you can see, we swept liquidity to the top side. Liquidity will be in video 4. Liquidity is very important. Please don't find a demand zone or a supply zone and think, okay, let's just take it. You need to have liquidity, and you will learn about liquidity in video 4. Okay guys, as promised, the last example will be from Euro USD, whom we call EU, at around 11:45 p.m. and I will post the profits from the Discord up above. Okay guys, so as you can see, EU is in a bullish trend. We have a low, and then we have a high, and then we have a higher low, and then we have a higher high. And then we have a low, and then we have another high, which did not exceed that high, but we are still bullish until we break the swing. But this is very important. So we have a buy up and then a sell down, which broke structure to the downside. And guys, it is this simple. So all we do is mark up the buy up all the way to the sell down, and then we take our stop loss and put it on top of the high. And we're gonna use the 50% body candle to see if this is a valid demand. And we click it, and as we can see, this is an imbalance candle, and there's also an imbalance candle. Now let's take it. Let's take it part out. Okay guys, so as you can see, we have a buy up before a sell down and a change of character to the downside. So let's just press play on this trade and see what this trade does. Speed it up just a little bit, guys. Okay, so EU pushes back up and taps in. Now, this is where stop loss comes important at. You might say, Trello, we tapped in, but we didn't get the immediate sell down. Yes, we are in drawdown. Stop loss is right above the change of character, which would be going back to bullish again. So we have the stop loss right above the high. And as you can see, EU pushes up, takes out just a little bit more orders. And let's see what they do afterwards.
Order filled.
A massive sell down, guys, and that is how you hit take profit using supply and demand zones, guys. I'm telling you, that is all we use here in the Discord, and we are very profitable. Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video, which will be week 3, the PVD tool.